Thanks for joining Living on the Cheap and trying to figure it all out. Today, actually, A Decade to Freedom gave me a great topic, and I thought I'm going to take that from them and maybe start a collab. We'll see. I don't know. I will link their video down below, so check it out. Today, we're going to talk about what does it mean. What does a zero balance mean to me? So we're all here because, well, not we, but I'm on here because of my debt, and I'm trying to have some sort of responsibility. So I figure if I put it out on YouTube, then maybe I feel that I have to be responsible for my debts. I also have to be responsible to paying them off and showing other people how to do it, how I did it, and what the process was for me. Maybe I could help somebody else and they won't make the same mistake I made. So what does zero balance mean to me? If we were at a zero balance, we owe nobody anything. No car loans, no mortgages. Well, we don't have a mortgage, so I'm okay there. But no car loans, no debt, no credit card dues, nothing. Holy crap. To me, I just can't imagine. I am sure it would mean peace, because there would no longer be every month going, oh my God, how much do we have to pay to this? Oh my God, when is this going to be done? Right now we have two credit card debts. One is actually a line of credit, which many years ago we had put we bundled up all our credit cards, put it on there, emptied the credit cards, and then racked up the credit cards again. So over the years, the line of credit never got paid off. In fact, it got higher and higher because we started putting more things on it, which was our mistake. So we're working on getting rid of those two debts right now. But to have none of that there, to not owe anybody, the cars would be ours outright. The trailer would be ours outright. Mind you, it's an old trailer, and I think we're going to sell it this summer. I just can't imagine, actually. I think it would be peaceful. I'm loving having the budget. The budget, it is not restricting us from anything. Actually, my husband refuses, and I do mean refuse, to give up our lifestyle. So he does not want to give up internet, which I don't either. But I wouldn't mind giving up cable TV, which he doesn't, which makes no sense since he doesn't watch any cable TV. So I don't know why. But what does it mean to me? It means that we would be able to pay for the kids post-secondary. I have an 18, almost 19-year-old daughter who's not going to post-secondary full-time, but is taking some classes, and we are paying for that. But it is a bit of a struggle because we have all this other debt. So we're paying, how do you say, minimally at this point. Unfortunately, that's how it's got to go because we just don't have the cash flow. And we're not putting it on debt. We're not putting it on credit of any sort. I have told her if she wanted to go for full-time schooling that she could. She can get the student loan and we would pay it off as soon as our debt was paid off. But she didn't want to do that either. So I think she just didn't want to do full-time schooling, which is fine. But I would love to pay for both my kids post-secondary in whatever means that is, whether it's full-time, part-time classes, whatever. I have a 12-year-old who has no idea what she's going to be when she grows up, and she has some time to think about that. But I would love to be able to pay for her when the time comes, when she does graduate, instead of having to have the conversation with her that I had with my first, saying, we can't afford to pay for your school full-time all in one go. You will have to get a student loan. We will help you pay it off monthly, but that's all we can do at this point. And that was a terrible conversation to have. Terrible. I just felt like a horrible mom moment. To travel as much as we want. My husband is really big into traveling. He really loves it. For some reason, I think that maybe he didn't do it enough as a kid. Actually, he didn't. Neither did I, but that's a different story for another time. But I think he really, really enjoys traveling on holidays and going to exotic places. We have been to Cuba. We have been to Mexico. Those are the only really exotic places that we've gone to, and I know he would love to see more of the world that way. So if we were debt free though, to do that and not have to worry about coming home and seeing the bills of those trips. Last year we did Cuba and New York. New York because my oldest wanted to go to post-secondary there, and she had an interview, an audition, and so I went down. My husband didn't. He couldn't get another week off. Especially 2 weeks after coming back from Cuba. So I went, and my youngest went, so she got to see New York, and that was really awesome that we got to do that. I was very fortunate. We paid off Cuba and New York by the spring. So no, we still had debt when we came back, but I worked like crazy to pay it all off so that we weren't paying for these vacations any longer. And I did. We paid it all off by that spring. So it took us a few months, or it took me a few months, but it got done. And so when I saw that, I'm like, you know what, we should be able to pay off the rest of these credit cards. This is just absurd. The other thing, retirement. We do have a very small, meager retirement savings right now. A few years back, quite a few years back, we decided that if we don't have the spare money, why would we be putting it to RSP when we should be paying off our debt, since we had over $75,000 in debt? Yeah, I said it. I said the number. Isn't that scary? To me, it is. Anyway, so we stopped putting money, and the retirement fund has been just sitting there. It's been growing with its own interest rate, but we haven't been adding to it, so it's not growing as substantially as it could be, because if we kept adding $1,000 every year or $10,000, the interest rate would be a lot higher, because the money that's sitting there would be a lot higher. So right now, our retirement fund would probably be enough to fund us for 2 months, and that's it. I am not kidding. To sustain the lifestyle that we have currently. So I know it would change, because there will only be 2 mouths to feed, not 4 mouths to feed at that time. And some of our other things would change as well. We probably wouldn't need 2 cars. We would only need 1. We wouldn't need such a big house either. So that would probably change. But anyways, just going by what we have right now and the way we're living right now, we only have enough for 2 months in retirement. It's so meager. So yeah, I think, I know that once we pay off all our debt and we go right into the savings plan, to the registered savings plan, that we will have a lot to put to that. So we will be fine once we pay off our debt, and then fine once we put money into the retirement. We're only in our early 40s. So I'm 41, my husband's only 40. So we have lots of time, thankfully. The big one is no stress. No more stressing out about paying off this bill, paying off that bill. Oh, you wanted to take a class? Like my daughter was telling me halfway, or not halfway, I already did her January budget in December, of course, before the start of January. In the second week or first week of January, she comes to me and says she needs $800 for classes. And I was like, what? And I had to go back to my budget and fiddle it around and move the numbers, and so that I could pay in cash that $800. I would like to not even have to go through that freak out. She could just come to me and say, I need $800 or even $1,600 for classes. And I can go, here you go. There you go. There's your money. Go off. Be educated. Be smart. So no stress. That is a big one for me, where I don't owe anyone anything. And at any time I can pay for something, whether it's my kids' schooling, or if we need a new car, or if our car needs fixing, anything at all. And when I say new car, new to us, we don't buy new cars. We did it once in the 6 cars that we've done it, and I don't think we'll ever do it again. It was kind of fun to do, to say that, hey, we've bought 1 car brand new, but I would never do it again. The depreciation, just driving it off the lot, is ridiculous. So because there would be no stress, I would totally feel at peace. And that is one thing I would love to not have to constantly think about money. I wake up, I think about money, budgeting, and how we're spending our money and where our money is going. I fall asleep, I dream about it. I constantly think about it. My husband says I'm stressed. I probably am stressed, because that's all I do is think about it, and how I can move the budget around, and how I can make things better, and how I can pay off debt faster, and what's in the house that I can sell that we don't use, and all kinds of stuff. I can't wait for spring. I'm actually making a huge collection of crap to get rid of in this house for a garage sale. So hopefully that will help us drastically. I'm hoping, but you never know. It depends what people are looking for when they come to the door. So yeah, those are the things. What does it mean to you to be at a 0 balance on your debt? Let me know down below if you have any other ideas that you would like to see. Also, let me know if you enjoyed yesterday's cooking show. I know I put it out very late. I got very busy in the day and couldn't edit the videos till much later, so I hope you get a chance to check that out as well. And please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching Living on the Cheap and trying to figure it out. Aren't we all?